It shouldn't just be about local government.
No. Come on. You making enough money. Okay, you got this place rented leased out here to what? Hot Mix?
Yes. To Bahama Striping, sorry.
Bahama Striping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how much are you leasing it for? Okay? I just want the transparency for the people.
But I understand that property is not Roxanne property. That property belongs to Phil Kemp.
That's communist land. How that could belongs to Phil Kemp? Phil Kemp is not a commoner. How Phil Kemp get here talking but how you get clear on that big piece of land? See, you know what? The Roxanne people, they just let these things. Okay? Come on now, you gotta have some type of sense.
I called after that. Somebody brought that to my attention, and I called because I called Desmond. I called your cousin. I called your cousin Desmond, and I asked him about that property. But actually, the first person I called was Kel Hall. I called Darren Kel Hall because Kel is my friend. And I said, Kel, who owns that property where Hot Mix is not Hot Mix, where Bahama Striping is doing their stuff for the road? Mm-hmm. And he said, Phil Kemp. But I called Desmond because I was actually trying to reach Desmond. They both told me that this property belongs to Phil Kemp. I'm curious as to, so what's to say that Phil Kemp may have found some other way to legitimately acquire this property so that he could give it to.
Well, sir, I'll tell you this, Mr. Marvin. Mm-hmm. Paper trail don't lie. Mm-hmm. It don't lie.
And I'm curious as to how he would have.
If you bought it, you should have some type of documents to say that you bought it.
I'm curious as to how, but if the committee has not been meeting, if the committee has not been organizing, if the committee has not been doing what it's supposed to do, how was anyone able to acquire this property to be able to rent it to Bahama Striping? That's my curiosity, because these are the questions I ask.
Well, the only thing you could come to, the only conclusion is behind closed doors, and when no one is looking. They have the meeting, but when they have the meeting, the people who are supposed to be in the meeting don't be in the meeting.
But shouldn't commoners be in the meeting when the meetings are held?
Yes. Why we can't view our opinion?
That's what's
ask
I know. If the committee organizes the meetings, it's just a committee meeting. But the commoners are allowed to be present. They may not be able to say anything, but they're supposed to be present
to understand what's going on.
As a matter of fact, I think they're supposed to be in meetings to apply to put in their applications and all that stuff. Isn't that how that works?
Yes, but there's no meeting happening.
So if there's no meeting happening, how did Phil Kemp acquire this property? Or did he always own this property? Well, how can you, Hendricks, let me be the advocate here. Let me be the advocate here. Maybe he had this ownership of this property prior to coming to
Ask
get
him
it.
to see the deed. That'll tell you who he buy it from. Ask him to see the deed.
So you think he purchased it from somebody locally?
If he don't have this is my point. If he don't have a deed, and he have an affidavit, look at the affidavit and look at the date, okay? And look at that property is on communist land.